Good evening, YTPC. How are y'all doing? It's Jake, Ziggy Num Nums, coming at you from my bitchin' little kitchen, and I've got a quick review for you. That review would be for a brand that I've been singing the praises of for a while, because they just make good products for good prices. So, what I will be reviewing today is this little dandy here. You may have seen me at my unboxing. You may have seen me smoke it a few times. Let me get a better shot for you. Try and, see if it'll focus a bit. This pipe here is the Molina Zebrano number 114 Bent Bulldog. This is the Sandblast finish. They also have finishes in orange, brown, and gray, which is a bit misleading. This is the gray. I can show you as example. Not very gray, kind of a very dark brown, but still a very nice pipe. This one's not for me. This is going to a friend for Christmas. I really would like to keep that one, but I stuck with the Sandblast. So, a few things about this. It was purchased at tobaccopipes.com for $46. It was included in a nifty little pipe sock such as this. I've ordered a few pipes from them, so I have several of those things laying around. Some points on it. It's a sturdy pipe. It's it's got some heft to it. When you clench, you know it's there. It's definitely a bit heavier than my other Molina you've seen me smoke and review, which was the 106 Bent Apple, the unfinished. So it's got some weight to it. But the shape of the bowl and the size is a little bit bigger than I expected it to be. But it's actually very comfortable in the hand. The way the thumb just kind of fits in that ridge and the fingers wrap around that bowl. I actually keep this in my backpack on work days quite often. Lately I've been packing it up with Haunted Bookshop before I leave for work, and I've been putting my windscreen on top just to keep the tobacco in there so I can pull it out light and walk to the train. So it's very comfortable in the hand. You could probably clench it if you're into that. I spend about half my time holding, half clenching when I smoke, just my style. This feels really good in the hand, very comfortable. It has some really interesting detail in the shank. I'm going to bring it up to the camera one more time and hope you can see a bit of it. Almost like a tortoise shell sort of effect going on there. Kind of reminds me of a Fender guitar pick. I actually took this out and showed one of the guys that works at Ewan Reese downtown, and he was pretty impressed with the work of this stem and shank and everything for the price point. And honestly, I am too. It's got some interesting character to it. I wasn't crazy about the change of color scheme at first, but it's grown on me. It's a very unique pipe. Smokes very nicely. It is never gurgled. Not even on my first smoke. Sometimes when you smoke a certain pipe for the first time, you're just getting to know it and its characteristics and mechanics. No gurgle, not once. Even at times when I've been puffing a little faster than maybe I should, and my cadence picks up too much. No gurgle. Great smoking pipe. The shape of the bowl, typically bulldogs have kind of what you might call a V shape, especially my Morgan Bones here. The inside of the bowl is kind of V-shaped. This is a bit more of a U, but everything still burns down pretty nicely. I like the way the V-shaped chambers burn. But this burns pretty well too. Especially when you're smoking a familiar blend. I smoke Haunted Bookshop pretty often, so I just understand the mechanics of how it's going to burn in certain pipes. So different tobaccos might behave differently, especially in different pipes. Maybe a little bit of a to be critical about it. Where it's sandblasted, I don't typically like sandblast. I think it's just a cheap way of hiding defects when actually I would prefer to see defects. I don't mind little spots and streaks and stuff in the briar and the wood grain. I actually think it's cool. Bird's eye and really nice grain is cool. Totally appreciate it. But I don't mind looking at an ugly grain because it reminds me that it was wood. But that's me. You can kind of tell here where it's been sandblasted is I think there might have been another finish laid over it when it was done, and maybe it wasn't worn on or put on as well as it should have, and it's kind of wearing in some spots. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that in that Wii camera. I think you can see a bit right here. See where it's kind of a lighter brown? So I think this black bit is a finish applied later as an afterthought. So, you know, that's one little downside. But for 46 bucks, it is a hell of a smoker. It's very sturdy. It smokes. Well, I've already said it smokes great. I just said it's a hell of a smoker. Why am I rambling? Maybe because this is my first day off in 8 days. So, that's all I've got to say about that. Had to recenter and refocus for a moment. Thanks y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I can sway you to buying some Molinas. I've already convinced one fellow, Book Lover Piper, I believe his name is. I've talked him into buying a couple of Molinas because I've just been singing their praises, and I don't do a lot of pipe reviews because there's a ton out there, but I think this is a brand that could definitely use some more attention. So, that's all I got. Till next time, hope you guys have a great day. And if you don't hear from me again later on this week, I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving. So, till next time, catch y'all later. Take care, and happy smokes.